Hello everyone. You are watching a new Arduino tutorial video. I hope you don't get bored. In this video, I will talk about serial monitor and serial plotter, which we will use a lot in Arduino. Have a good time. Let's start a new page with Arduino IDE. I delete the comment lines and write the code to start the serial monitor first. If you watched the first video in this series, we talked about Arduino's tools and how to access the serial monitor both from the icon in the right corner and from the tools menu. Now when I open the serial monitor directly, I see an empty space here, because we haven't written the necessary code to write something here. Now let's start writing. First, the start code is written as serial.begin, 9600. This tells the Arduino to start communicating with the computer, the serial monitor. Be careful to capitalize the letter S. 9600 is a standard value like the other values here. What we need is a value of 9600. Then we need to type the word to be written on the serial monitor. For this, the serial.print command is used. You can type any word you want between the double quotation marks and parentheses. Some values can be written here without quotation marks. For now, I will just write one word. I chose to write Hobby Tech instead of Hello World. I hope you don't mind. I compile and upload the code. Yes, the word Hobby Tech is written here in one line and it is moving very fast. So fast that the word is stuck together. Let's slow this down a bit. I hope you remember the delay command. I'll give it a delay of 300 milliliter seconds. Let's see how it goes. Now it's a bit slower, but still the words are sorted in a line and pasted together. To fix this, we just add ln to serial.print. We just need to write ln at the end of the word. Now let's try again. Let's clean the page. And the words Hobby Tech started to be written separately under each other, as I wanted. I'm increasing the delay a little. You can also see the timestamp here. Friends, you may ask what this is for. Of course, this is not an HTML software. This feature is a feature that can be used in many applications and circuits and provides a lot of convenience. Let's make a simple example. In Arduino, there are a few features that we can define before the headers and before the void setup. One of them is integer. In this way, we can name the pins we use, and if we are going to use a large number of circuit elements, this will make it very easy for us. By typing int, we indicate that we want to define. Since I am using a push button in the circuit, I call pin to a push button. So when I write a code connected to the button, the Arduino will know that this code applies to pin 2. It is enough to write button equals 2. Then we define the pin in void setup. We assign pin number 2 as input pin. We can also write 2 inside the parenthesis. It is the same thing. Then we specify the operation we want to do in the void loop. But first, I make one more definition. Here I inform Arduino that there is a value called bt_value so that we can get the current value of the button, and it is always equal to the current value of the button. So when I query the value of the button, Arduino will directly write the current value of pin 2. If you watch the previous video, I will build the same button circuit as in that video, only I will not use LEDs. If the button value is high, i.e. 1, i.e. the button has been pressed, we tell the serial monitor to display button pressed. We continue by typing serial.print, button pressed. Let's not forget the double quotation marks. This is followed by a semicolon. and I want it to say not pressed when the button is not pressed. If we don't write this, it will always say button pressed once the button is pressed. Now we can build the circuit. If you watched our video about using buttons with Arduino, you will remember this circuit and you will understand what the pull-up resistor is and why I use it. I don't want to repeat these to avoid prolonging this video. This is the circuit diagram of the circuit I built. You can build the same circuit by looking here. Let's compile the code and check for errors. Yes, I'd be surprised if it wasn't a mistake. Let's see what mistake we made. Okay, I forgot the double quotation marks. Now let's try again. I think that's it now. Let's turn on the serial monitor and see what happens. Just like the first time we tried it, the words freeze on a single line and very quickly. Add ln so that the text is written one after the other. It prints very fast. I will use a delay command to see what happens. Yes, when the button is not pressed it says not pressed, and when pressed it says button pressed. Here you can write whatever you want in double quotes. For example, I write, Hobby Tech. By connecting an LCD screen or a computer to the circuits and systems you set up in this way, you can instantly print their position and other values. So friends, let's move on to the use of the serial plotter. In my opinion, the serial plotter is more fun. We start with nomenclature in the same way. Let's write the launch command. Let's define button value. So far everything is the same, but in the right part we write the button value. Here we will not use double quotes. Yes, let's load the code and open the serial plotter. The reason we see a blank screen when we activate the serial plotter is because we did not add ln. Let's just add ln and try again. Now we see that a line appears here at level 0. This is the current value of the button, i.e. pin number 2. You can see the progression of the line and the screen in the numbers below. Notice the line when I pressed the button. Look, the line was alternating between 0 and 1 level. You can think of it as somehow detecting the PWM signal. Now let's slow it down a bit. Yes, it is more understandable. In this way, you can connect any analog or digital sensor instead of the button and visually monitor the value of this sensor with the necessary codes. Dear friends, that's it for this video. I hope I have made a contribution to you. Your ideas and opinions are very valuable to me. I would appreciate it if you specify in the comments. Don't forget to turn on notifications for more videos. Take care of yourselves.